Welcome, everybody, to another Rev Talk. Reverend Kim and I have been discussing what we wanted to discuss today. And I actually have been getting messages from Archangel Chamuel, I think. I have trouble with names, but I know he protects the world. I know he's like I wanted to say a bottom feeder, but that's not the correct terminology. Anybody of lower energy who wants to come to the earth and create havoc. He's there to protect. And then he protects you individually for your lives, your soul purpose, and what journey you're on. So he's just been coming up on all my cards. So I figured there must be a message in there for us to tell the world, instead of living in fear, to live in whatever he is projecting for us. And the basis of that was to stop being afraid, stop fearing. We need more positive energy. The world's not going to dissolve tomorrow. The countries aren't going to go away because there's more enlightened people now than there aren't.
Right.
And that says quite a bit right now, statistically, from where we came back when we were kids. You could never talk about spirituality.
Well, that's true.
So it has changed, and it does. It gives you a good feeling in your heart to know when you're stressed and fearful, you just breathe in and you feel the energy in the heart releasing the tension across your chest so that you can observe and see what's going around you and not see the chaos, but see beyond.
Right.
And it's important because there's a lot of stuff going on, even in the animal kingdom. We were told it in our readings to watch the animal kingdom. And I watch them, and you can learn so much from them instead of, oh, get out of here, go away, you're bad, you're causing problems. And it's not. They have a purpose here too, and a purpose for us. And it may be just watching them and relaxing and enjoying them. But we're all here for a purpose.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love that. I know you kind of threw me off here with Archangel Chamuel, although I love Chamuel, I do. So I pulled the book out of the Angel Inspiration deck. And Archangel Chamuel, the meaning of his name is he who sees God. So it falls into what you were saying about nature and just observing and just seeing nature,
all that's around
and all that's around you. And I love that connection there. It also says Chamuel teaches us purity of true love, unconditional love, love for self and love for others, which is obviously what needs to happen.
We're all working on that one.
Yes. So the affirmations in here is I love myself and others unconditionally, which is a good affirmation. And the other is I open my heart to Archangel Chamuel's love, bringing peace and love in the world. What a simple practice to do, to open your heart and allow love in, and then also to breathe love out to the rest of the world.
That reminds me of one of our angel friends, Barbara. She's in a prayer group to bring peace to the world for 12 minutes. I think it's weekly. They all virtually get together and say a prayer for the world.
Wow.
And that's exactly what we're saying right here in the affirmation.
Well, and of course, these are tools to use. These are good practices, and it's not something that you have to spend a lot of time on. So like, Barbara spent it 12 minutes. Okay, so again, you spend a few minutes a day opening your heart to love and then breathing that love out to the world. And it seems small, it seems insignificant, and it seems like, oh, well, why bother? Because, it's just, and it is an energy that gathers exponentially as you put it out there. Love being the most powerful force in the universe. You can never downplay that. And if you think, oh, I'm just one person, what can I do? It's exactly because you are that one person and you are that powerful and cherished that, yes, you can make a difference. You can make a difference just by doing that for a few minutes a day.
Mm-hmm.
Breathing in the love and opening up your heart, and then breathing it out and giving it to the rest of the world. And you know what? Go
It
back to the
reminds me of a ripple when you throw a pebble. One pebble, and how
Yep.
many ripples does it create?
And how far out does it spread? You know, I love that. That's a wonderful analogy. I love that. That's great. You know, because I always think about things like that. You know, well, I do think, oh,
So in essence, he's got many hats, but they all basically come back to love
yes,
and what it
absolutely.
does to get rid of negativity in the world.
Which is to just instead focus on love. And
Mhm.
not the namby-pamby, like, oh, I did love this and blah, blah, blah. No, this is actual unconditional love. If it's for 30 seconds that you just love unconditionally in that moment, that will send a wave, a huge wave out into the world.
I think that's good.
And if you make it your practice, it's not just you that's doing that.
That is true.
It's your team, it's your angels, it's that we're all connected. So it's every little act of kindness, every little nice thing, every little, respectful, whatever, it adds exponentially to the good that's out there.
The good. Mhm. And that's all positive, good, uplifting energy. And this is what we need.
And I'm not saying that, the darkness is not necessary. Without darkness, we would not know what light is. It's how you choose to integrate that darkness in your life as a positive force to help balance yourself and keep yourself in alignment. It's when we allow that darkness to overwhelm us and then bring us down. That's where the difference is. We have that darkness in us and it's a part of us and it's to be celebrated and to be embraced and to be acknowledged. It's also to be aligned and integrated with the rest of us as well. That's the balance. That's what needs to, be brought about. Cannot just push it aside because it'll push back. And that's what's happening. It's pushing back. It wants to be acknowledged. It wants to be accepted. And so by loving it and giving it that love, it integrates into you and becomes a part of you and is aligned with you.
That's so true. It's just like I remember in class, I always have my ego before I go into prayer, come over to the fence and sit on the side because you're giving me bad information. But through all our classes, I've learned, just like you said, there is a competitive side to you or a dark side. And it's not that you want to fight it or kick it out. You want to acknowledge it and bring it closer and closer as it aligns with you.
Absolutely.
Like a tug and pull between yourself and your chemistry things.
Absolutely. And it's, again, it is necessary while we're here to have our ego. It's, it is necessary. We all, for a while there, everybody was saying, it's a bad thing. Don't just do it. It's like, yeah, no, that doesn't work. Because then the ego is like, well, what about me? What about me? Again, Come on,
Sit down and
join me.
talk. I acknowledge you. Let's see where
Join
we
me.
can come.
I embrace you. I acknowledge you. You are part of me. And I thank you for doing everything that you've done so far to keep me safe. Now, let's work together to align
Perfect.
and to be balanced.
Absolutely perfect.
So I love that. So what do you think, my dear?
I think we are complete, and I think that's a perfect phrase.
Ah, I love it. It makes me big breath. Yay. So with that, we want to thank you for joining us on another Rev Talk. We want to remind you to be gentle with yourself and to be kind to yourself. And to also remember that you are unique in all the universe. There will never be another just like you in all of space and time. You are powerful, you are cherished, and you are loved. And without you, the song of the universe would be incomplete. Until next time, my friends, be well.